Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
Democrat donors and insiders are growing furious that First Lady Jill Biden won't advise her husband to drop out of the race. In recent days after President Joe Biden's disastrous debate performance, it seems the person pushing most for him to continue running is his wife. A chorus of Democrats are openly calling for the presumed Democratic nominee to be replaced after stumbling over his words and losing his train of thought multiple times during his Thursday's night debate with Donald Trump. But Jill, 73, is insistent that President Biden, 81, continue running for re-election, according to hedge fund manager and market expert Dougie Cass. And Biden is set to discuss the future of his re-election campaign on Sunday with his family at Camp David, NBC News first reported Saturday night. A person familiar with the matter told the network Biden will only listen to his wife of almost 50 years. The only person who has ultimate influence with him is the First Lady, they said. If she decides there should be a change of course, there will be a change of course. His return to the presidential retreat comes after Biden already spent 7 days before the debate at Camp David with advisors in debate prep sessions. On Friday, Jill was mocked for saying at a rally in Raleigh, North Carolina that her husband did extremely well at the debate and answered all the questions. Some Republicans are going as far to accuse Jill of elder abuse. Representative Harriet Hageman, Republican Wyoming, slammed the First Lady for rolling President Biden out on stage to engage in a battle of wits while unarmed. In private, according to the New York Times, the school teacher believes that Biden's debate performance was just a bad night. After the debate and calls for him to step down, NYT columnist Maureen Dowd predicted that Jill and White House staff will build their protective wall ever higher and shoo away reporters. Biden also already had crisis talks with former President Barack Obama and his former White House chief of staff after the debate. But top Democratic Party leaders, including Obama and Speaker Nancy Pelosi, are still offering public support for Biden despite reports of a different tune behind the scenes. Some donors skipped Biden's $250,000 per head Hamptons fundraiser at hedge fund manager Barry Rosenstein's 18-acre beach estate this weekend after his car crash debate performance. Lots of people are blaming his wife for not telling him to step aside, one told the New York Post. While Biden's trip to Camp David was planned ahead of Thursday's shocking performance, the getaway will serve as a break in the campaign trail with his children and grandchildren. His retreat at the 125-acre country cabin in the hills of Maryland comes as his team keeps insisting that the idea of him dropping out of the race would only lead to weeks of chaos, calling the concern of several Democrats the work of bedwetting brigade. Any discussion about the campaign is expected to be informal or an afterthought, a source told NBC. No one is sitting down for a formal or determinative discussion. That is the best possible way for Donald Trump to win and us to lose, Biden's deputy campaign manager Rob Flaherty argued in an email after the president's Hamptons visit, which saw the president being faced with people holding signs bearing the same message, drop out. First of all, Joe Biden is going to be the Democratic nominee, period. End of story. Voters voted. He won overwhelmingly, Flaherty went on. And if he were to drop out, it would lead to weeks of chaos, internal food fighting, and a bunch of candidates who limp into a brutal floor fight at the convention, all while Donald Trump has time to speak to American voters uncontested. At the Hamptons event, the first couple were rubbing shoulders with a slew of moneyed donors as the Times reported several mega donors in Silicon Valley were trying to reach the First Lady to sway her to convince Biden to bow out in favor of a younger candidate. According to Anthony Scaramucci, who attended the fundraiser, Biden used a teleprompter when speaking to donors in the living room of the beach house. On Friday, Biden continued to defend his debate performance the day before, speaking out at a rally in North Carolina. There, he told onlookers that he was still the party's best bet at beating Trump, despite what millions saw on